In this episode of my health journey, I wanted to share with you some of the self-care routines that I practice when I'm cleansing or when I'm transitioning between my nutrition programs. They're really important to my overall success. They feel good and they're very good for me. So let's get into it. My morning routine is something I do all the time. I try to rise fairly early in the morning and spend some time with myself, just being alone and quiet. I don't try to dictate what I should be doing. It really just depends on how I'm feeling. Sometimes I sit still, sometimes I read, or sometimes I journal. It's just really my time to assess how I'm feeling and organize myself and my thoughts for the day. I'll drink my tea, I'll light a candle, and I'll relax in my favorite chair and have the fireplace going. It's very soothing and it helps me ease into my day because I know that it'll get hectic soon enough. I just really try to breathe. Dry brushing is something else that I do. It really helps detoxify my skin and it helps drain my lymphatic system and it invigorates my nervous system. And I do this quite often and I really enjoy it. It feels a little strange at first, but you'll get used to it. But first I start by taking my brush and my strokes move downward. You should brush down towards your chest, your heart and your chest area. That's where your lymphatic system drains. And just gently brush your body, and the strokes you shouldn't be hurting your skin, but you'll definitely feel the sensation and you'll get used to it. If you're brushing from the top, you brush down, and if you start at the bottom, you brush up. And it feels really, really quite wonderful. I do this quite often, and I'll do it before I jump in the shower. And of course, I'm not wearing any clothes when I do this. And my routine typically takes me less than 5 minutes, and it just feels so, so good. To prepare your pack, you should use a felt wool cloth, some castor oil. Organic castor oil is preferred. Then you want to take that and place it into a bowl, and then next you want to saturate that wool cloth with the castor oil so that it's really fully saturated. Not so that it's dripping all over, but you really want to make sure that you get it into the cloth. For my placement, I chose to place it on my liver. So to prepare for that, I cover myself with some saran wrap, and then I place a heating pad on the highest setting, and then I'll pop in a movie and I'll relax and I'll try not to fall asleep. But I'll do this for about an hour, and it's just very relaxing and it has a lot of great benefits. Typically when I'm cleansing, I'll do this for about a week, but ideally you really want to do this for longer periods of time. And some people also have reported that they've done it for over a month and have really incredible results, but I just don't have that much patience, and it's a lot of time to be sitting still for a whole month. I don't know if I could really do that, but it really has a lot of great benefits and it really supports me during my cleanse. I started lymphatic massage through a woman I found on Instagram named Lisa Levitt-Gainsley. She's just really amazing, and I'll leave all the info down below in the description. But in a nutshell, the lymphatic massage helps your lymph nodes drain and flush through. Your lymphatic system is the second largest system in your body after the cardiovascular system, so it's very important to keep it flowing. For my routine, I start at the base of my throat and I awaken the lymph nodes located there. I will gently massage around that area in the front, and then I'll move to the back and awaken those lymph nodes before I start my routine, just to get them ready to receive. And then the base of my throat, I will gently move fluid down my throat, and it feels really, really wonderful. I then start with my ears, my throat and my ears, and I do a routine where I am writing the letter J. I'm going up my throat, over my ears, up and over, like I'm writing the letter J. And then I will drain again, push everything down. And next, I move on to my ears. At 3 different points, I will tug on my earlobe, open my mouth, close my mouth. And then at the last step, I will open and close. And at this point, I will swallow to drain. And a little TMI, but when I was cleansing, I could actually taste it. I know that's really gross, but it really works. And then here, again, I continually rub down my throat just to have everything drain through my lymph nodes. Next, I move on to my face. I'll spritz it with some toner. I'll take a little of some facial oil, but you can use whatever you like. I just like to get it moist so that I can move my hands around easily. I will then begin by focusing on my sinuses and the different lymph nodes that are around my face and try to activate them. And I will move things around, and it just feels so good. It's amazing how much tension we accumulate even while we're sleeping. And this is in the morning time, and I could still feel the relief from doing all of these things. And here I'm just trying to activate some of the lymph nodes that are located around the face. It's really amazing how many you have in this general area. So I'll just continue to move it down my throat to the lymph nodes that are located at the base of my throat. Next, I move on to my armpits. I will activate them in my armpits, and then I will gently massage up and down the side of my breast to keep things moving and flowing. I then take it over to the other side, and I will do the same routine, activate, and then gently massage up and down. And that's pretty much my routine. It doesn't even take me 2 minutes, and it really has helped me tremendously and really just helps my skin. So up next are the supplements that I take. Before I even begin getting into the supplements, I just want to stress that I am not a doctor and that I am not suggesting that you take what I take. I am simply sharing the things that I take that I've found through my own research for my own body and my needs. I also wanted to put it out there. There's so much on social media about taking supplements, but you really have to be careful about what you're taking. It's really important to understand where those companies are sourcing their ingredients, because many of those ingredients have been found to have high levels of lead or high levels of arsenic, and there are also a lot of counterfeits out there, so you really have to be careful about that. I utilize a resource. It's sort of like a clearinghouse, and I'll link it up above, but essentially what they do is, it's really great. They highlight every week some of the trending supplements that are out in the marketplace, things that you're hearing on social media, and they'll break them down and they'll review different companies and different brands and kind of break it down for you in terms of their efficacy, in terms of the cleanliness of their ingredients. It's a really great resource. I subscribe to it. I pay about $40 a year. It also allows you to go into their database and research anything that you're thinking of taking. So it's really wonderful. And if you can't do that, then just make sure there's lots of resources on the internet. But again, you have to be careful, because a lot of them, and the way Google is set up, a lot of them are sponsored, or they pay to have their results at the top of the list. So you have to be careful. So anyway, that's enough of that. So let's get into it. So what I take, first of all, I'll take this Mature Multi. It's a multi that's gotten really good reviews from the site that I that I follow the subscription that I have. It's a good one. It's clean. I like it. It's pretty straightforward. I follow that up with a B12. This one I also get from Costco, and I take that every day. That's a tablet that dissolves that you place under your tongue. I also take T3, T4 from the nutritionist that I follow. This is her formulation, and I really like it, and this really helps regulate my thyroid, which I really like, and that's 2 tablets a day. I then follow that up with DIM, D-I-M. This particular one also has turmeric, and this one has really helped me with a lot of my menopause symptoms, and I've been taking this for several years now. I will also take a CLA. I'll take one of those in the morning, and I'll take one in the evening. CLA stands for conjugated linoleic acid. This one really helps with my menopause symptoms as well, and I've been taking this for several years. So I'll take one in the morning, and I'll take one in the evening. And then the last thing I take in the morning is this brand, Pure, that I get on Amazon, and this is a digestive enzyme that helps break down the food that I eat, and it really helps to help your body absorb the nutrients that you're putting in. So I really like this. So I take this in the morning, and then I also take one in the evening. And then in the evening I will take this omega-3, my fish oil, which I also get from Costco, which actually got very good ratings. So I take this in the evening, and then I follow that up in combination. I then take my vitamin D at the same time. And the reason that I do that is because it's been found that, or the research suggests that taking vitamin D with omega-3 is actually much more effective in helping to fight autoimmune diseases. So I take that in combination, and vitamin D is just good for you, and something, especially as you're getting older, that you start to lack. So I take that. I then, again, as I mentioned, I'll take another CLA capsule at night, and I will take another digestive enzyme at night. So that's pretty much what I take. I thought about adding more, but I think that's enough for now. I take quite a bit, so I'm holding off. There's a couple of others that I've been thinking about, but I don't know. I may. I don't have it here, but I also drink collagen. I put that in my drinks, in my hot tea in the morning. I'll take 2 tablespoons of collagen and have that. And I did want to share, which I think is really cool. Because I take so many supplements, I store them in this really cool holder. And I mean, we've seen stuff like this before. It's got the morning and the night. But why this one is really cool is because you can flip it over. It's got these tabs on the side, and you lift it up. So this lid comes off, and then you can put all the supplements that you take in it more easily. I used to have the kind where you used to have to open every little compartment, and there I was, like, you know, opening each one and putting them in, which is just a waste of time. This one is great. Just pop it open at the bottom, and it makes refilling really easy. So that's what I take. Staying hydrated is really important, but especially when you're cleansing, it's important to move those toxins out of your body. I like to use this water bottle by the company named Bink. It's just really fun. It just makes me smile, and it's got these great indicators down the side that tell you where you should be by the hour to help guide you in your daily water intake. But in general, you should be drinking half your body weight in ounces. I work really hard at it, but honestly, I'm not always successful, but I would say I'm 90% of the way there. Another thing that I do after I've had plain water in the morning, I will then add some magnesium by the brand called Calm, or I will add some LMNT packs to my water that I've really been enjoying lately. Stay hydrated, my friends. So there you have it. Those are the regimens that I follow, not only during my cleanse, but I actually tend to do most of them even when I'm not cleansing. They're just really important to my overall health. But I wanted to give you an update of where I am in my health journey. For those of you that have been following this series, I've just completed another 10 days of my hormone balance. So I've completed 2 rounds of that for a total of 20 days. And then prior to that, I completed a 10-day cleanse. So I've cycled through 30 days of these programs, and I'm feeling amazing. My body isn't screaming at me anymore. I sleep very deeply and soundly. I don't wake up anymore. I wake up without any joint pain. My skin, my hair is just glowy, shiny, and happy, and I'm feeling really good. I didn't lose much weight. I lost a total of about a pound, which I'm not disappointed, just because there have been some non-scale gains. So I dropped a pant size, and a lot of my clothes are just fitting looser, and I'm sort of in between some sizes, so my clothes look a little baggy in some areas, but I'm okay with that. It's the journey, right? So I'm feeling really fantastic, and I'm ready to transition on to the fast metabolism diet program, which I talked about in my first episode of the series. And that's a program that I had been on for many years with great success, and I fell off the wagon. So now I feel like I've positioned myself to be successful on that program, and I'll be starting that in the next week. So I'm really excited about that. So as always, I want to thank you for watching and for following me on this journey, and I hope that, as always, that I've inspired you not to do these plans necessarily, but just to make one small change in any regard, not just related to nutrition, because it's just the small things that become the bigger things. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.